Alright guys, so today we're at the Redcrest MLF fishing event in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and I'm going to show you guys what it's like being here, and we're just going to try to have a good time, so we'll get right into it. Alright guys, so we're here in the baits WRX section, and check out what they have. Check out this giant swim bait. Look, here's it compared to my hand. It's as long as my hand. Check these things out. They have them in all different sizes. They have all sorts of baits. Here's a bunch of, square bids, shallow water baits. They have all sorts of rattle traps, all different colors. Look how realistic this one is. Or this one. What I really like are these right here for maybe bluegill fishing. Look how small those things are. Just look how realistic all these things are. Look at those two. It's crazy. This is the Berkeley section. Look at all this. They got them hanging here on little rods. All sorts of kind of baits. They got jigs. They got drop shots. Little frogs. Some more jigs, maybe a little bit Texas rig styled. Look how realistic this craw is. That's amazing. Big, real long worms. And then the best thing is you can test them out in these little tanks, jig them up and down, see how they work. Alright, so most people think that if they come to a fishing show like this, it's all fishing, but it's really not. Yes, they do have boats, but also look at all this. They got 4x4s, golf carts, four-wheelers. This show is really for everyone. Even if you're not the biggest fisherman ever, they still have some great things. Alright guys, we're back today from the show, and what I decided to do is I decided to show you guys what I bought and why I bought it. Starting off with the rat Benny. As you guys can tell by the name, it looks just like a mouse. It's got a nice square bill on it. And why I picked this up today is because you don't see people fishing with a rat. And why I think this is because not very many people think that bass will eat rats, which most of the time you wouldn't think a mouse or something will get in the water. However, I do think that this bait will give me a little bit of an edge sometimes just because it's a little bit different presentation. And that's why I liked it, and that's why I picked it up. So, secondly, what I decided to pick up was this 5-inch long swim bait. And what it is it looks just like a largemouth bass. I think they did an amazing job on the detail. They even got the little gill marks on it. They got the spots. I think it just looks absolutely amazing. And in this pack, they give you 2 soft plastics as well as 1 hook. So, when you run out of this one, you also have another one to put on without breaking open a new package. So that's 2. Thirdly, I have another 5-inch swim bait. This one is a little bit different colors. It has blue as a belly and a black back on it. Just like in the last package, they give you 2 baits with 1 hook. Why I decided to pick this one up was because we don't have a lot of fish around here that have a blue with a black back on it, just like this. And that's why I think maybe those fish haven't seen it, so maybe they'll bite it a little bit more. Also, I feel like it's going to give me a little bit of an edge, just like the rat Benny. So now we're going to move on to this very big swim bait. It's supposed to look just like a crappie. It's called a burner beam. And what it is it's a little bit shorter than these 5 inches. It's probably about 4, maybe 3.5 inches long. What this allows you to do is it's a little bit weighted down here in the belly in the front, so it'll almost swim like this. And I feel like that'll give it a little bit more natural look to it. So when this fish bites on it, this hook right here, as you guys can see, will stick in them. And when they go back to pull on it, that's when it'll get in them. And then that's when you have your fish. Now, in case you guys haven't caught on yet, I did focus on buying some more swim baits today, surely because I don't really have them, and that's something I feel like if I could get good at them, it would be a good thing to have in my arsenal. Just like this one, it's the same type and brand of my last crappie one, except this one's going to look like a perch. Also a little bit heavier. These are a little bit heavier swim baits because it's all weighted all through here in the bottom, which isn't that bad because it'll let it sink a little bit faster with this big old tail and everything. I just really like this bait because it's very realistic, and if I catch one on it will be a big fish. So last but not least, I actually saved it for last because it's probably my favorite bait that I got today. It's called a dark sleeper. Another little swim bait, except this one is maybe 3 inches long. Little swim bait. This is it compared to the 5-inch swim bait. As you can see, very small. This is it compared to the burner beam. Why I picked this up today is it just gives me a little bit different from what I usually fish, and sometimes that's good for me to get out of my comfort zone while fishing because it helps me expand my knowledge and just learn about these fish more. But why I decided to go with this is it's weighted up here in the front, so if you wanted to, you could drop it down and let it sit across the bottom and just kind of hop it like this. And I don't know if you guys can see it, which you probably can't, but in these fins right here, there's a hook right here, which is actually really nice because there's the hook right there. Because when it's closed up like this, it's almost weedless. It's really hard for those weeds, to catch that because they just kind of go up and over it. But when a fish gets in it, bam, that hook pops out and now it's in them. So that's why I really like this bait. It's supposed to look like a bluegill or maybe just a little bass, but that's why I really like it. Alright guys, so that's all I have for you guys today. Make sure to go down, like, and comment what your favorite part of the video was. If you like these videos and want to see more of me fishing with these baits, make sure to go down, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. That way you never miss a video that I post. And thank you for tuning into this video, and I'll see you guys later.